welcome and thank you so much for joining. And right off the bat, Sherry, absolutely so excited we have Kelly Taylor here with us today. It's always exciting to catch up and have a chat. So welcome, Kelly.
Thank you. It's so nice to be here. And as I told you before, to see you, because I have not seen you since March.
Yes, it's always good to have a catch up. So tell us a little bit about yourself, like a little intro, in case there's somebody that's been, living in a cave and they haven't heard of you before.
Well, there's plenty of people who have not heard of me before, which is fine. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm good with that. So I've been crafty my whole life. I started as a scrapbooker, and then Jennifer gets us all, that Jennifer
Yes.
McGuire.
Yes, she does.
So she got me with her Thinking Inking series, which is like 100 years ago. And then after that, I was hooked on card making. And then it just stuck. So I started again. Jennifer was on me to start my YouTube channel. And she was like, do it. And I was like, nah, that's a lot of work, girl. Like, that's a lot of work. So finally I did. And I think that's been like 7 years now. And then last year, yeah, my daughter was born in 21. In the spring of 22, I actually quit my full-time job, and now this is my full-time job.
Yay! Which we're so grateful.
Canton. Hi, Debbie. Gotta say hello to my Ohio peeps.
Absolutely. And it's just amazing. I love your videos because you keep it real. So like if you want to see when things go really wrong and how beautifully she fixes them, if you want to like keep it super real, like if you haven't been to Kelly's channel, please head over because her designs are amazing. She's designing more, meaning she's drawing a lot. She's illustrating. There we go. Let's use the big words. She's illustrating more and more. So she's really, I mean, that must have been a dream when you started as a crafter, like an illustration.
No, not at all. I had in fact, this was like forever ago. I had thought about like, there's no like brick and mortar stores around me.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, maybe I might want to do that. Like, that would be cool, And I actually hit up my sister because she used to draw when we were young. And I was like, I can't draw anything, but maybe you could. And she was like, nah, fam, I'm good. So then we never did anything with it. But then people would comment like, are you a doodler? Like when you're on the phone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
I do a lot of
am
triangles. I don't know why.
And my whole life, like since I was 20, I was a 911 dispatcher. Yeah. So when I was on the phone, not on 911, obviously.
Hold on, I have to finish this petal. I'll be right with you.
Yeah. Like, stand by, let me finish this flower petal. No. But like then on emergency calls, people are typically pretty chatty and they want to tell you the whole story. And so I would doodle on just, my notepad. And then I got like Instagram became a thing because I'm old, and so Instagram wasn't a thing and it became a thing. And then I was sharing pictures and some companies, had commented like, oh, I'd buy that as a stamp or whatever. And I was like, get out of here. And then I was like, no, I'm not ready. Cause like I just drew with pencil. I didn't make them digital. Yeah. And so eventually with friend Dawn, who is amazing and super supportive, who's also an amazing artist, she kind of taught me how to make them digital. And then here we are.
That's so exciting. So what did you think? So you get the box from Altenew, which is of course gorgeous, and you open it and you see all the pretty things inside.
Yes.
For the cozy comfort. Ever since I talked to Carissa, I want to say comfort cozy now. So I have to be careful.
No, Carissa. Cozy comfort.
So cozy comfort. What did you think of the box when you opened it?
So when I got the box, I think, and I'm not even a die person, like I love stamps. So I was immediately drawn to the window die because I love scenes. I love to make scenes on my cards. And like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yo, we could make so many scenes with this. Like, not just winter. We could make scenes for all seasons. So yeah, it was definitely the window die that I was immediately drawn to. I love the birds. Think the birds are super cute. Because the only birds I like are in stamps. In real life. Birds kind of wig me
Even
out a little.
seagulls?
Like we do, and they will dive bomb you for French fries. True story.
I had one sitting on my car and I love them. I think they're adorable. Like I chase them on the beach. So I have no problem with I'm that person chasing the seagull to get its picture in the water. So I'm sorry that
My
it
When we went on
attacked
vacation
you.
this summer, my son did chase seagulls. He's braver than me. I was like, no, they stay over there. I stay over here.
So you don't want a seagull dye that you have to use with a
No, no, in the
dye.
dyes, that's totally fine when they're not like mobile. I don't want them to be
See, I
mobile.
can't like if there's a snake in a set, I throw it out. I can't have it in my house. Like I
Really?
can't. No,
Oh, my
nope. It's that.
husband's. Oh, I'm gonna out him to the whole world right now. My husband's scared of snakes.
I'm in good company
He don't
then.
like it. Yes, he does not like them.
Now you're not using artist markers, correct?
I am
Because somebody was
not.
just talking. I mean, your artist marker coloring is amazing. I mean,
I've taught 2 other classes for Altenew with artist markers. They're available in the store
yes.
if you haven't taken them, but I am not coloring in this
It's
one. Well,
how
I'm
does
ink
it feel?
blending.
Because you do color a lot with alcohol markers. How does it feel to do different, to move away from that a little bit?
So, as I have found, like, that as I'm doing this full time, it's given me because before time, we have jobs, we have kids, we have other responsibilities, and so you have, like, this little precious amount of time, like, this little treasure time to yourself that you can go in and craft. So before, that meant I had to do what I loved every time because I only had a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
I had young children. I had a full-time job that was pretty demanding. I worked 12-hour shifts. And so I had to do what I had, like what I wanted to do.
Yep.
Now that I can experiment more because this is my full-time job, I'm coming around to some other things that maybe I like. It just took a while to grow on me. So, the dyes before, I did not even mess around with dyes. I just skipped straight to the stamping so I could color. But now I found that I quite enjoy coloring die cuts,
Yeah.
or putting them together differently, or maybe making some fun fold cards, which before I never had time to do. Also, I can't math. So fun fold cards are like, I have to think about them.
I don't math either. Like if it's a die, fine. I don't math. No math. We don't want math. Tara said, Kelly makes me think I can color. I've invested in Altenew artist markers because of her. That's so
Girl, you can
um,
color. You can
yes.
do it.
Yeah. Debbie said she could get me to buy almost anything.
Well, Debbie, I feel like that is a compliment, but also I would
Yes.
never recommend something that I didn't actually.
Yes.
If somebody
That's
sends
the
me
thing.
something and
Whenever
I
she's
don't love it, I just don't use it.
yeah. And that's the thing. So if you see Kelly loving it, it's endorsed. It's using it. It's endorsed by Kelly.
Yes.
So what for holiday, like do you have a technique? I know you just talked, you love artist markers, but do you have like holiday, okay, I've got to do this technique with holiday cards?
I don't necessarily know that I have a go-to technique, but if I'm making a holiday card, it will almost always have like a metallic paper or metallic embossing, some sort of shimmer shine, like something. Because I don't know, for holidays, it just feels so much more elegant and like it raises it up a notch and makes them fancier. And I feel like my holiday cards should be fancy.
Fancy schmancy.
Yes, exactly.
They gotta have that. They gotta have the shine. They gotta have, as my
Right?
husband said, they gotta have the shiny. It just, you need that. It's because whether it's the snow or it's the stars or
Right.
Rudolph's nose or a
Yeah,
snowman carrot, a scarf, you gotta
exactly.
have
Like a
something.
glittery snow or something. So
Do you have a
don't
favorite
worry, there
icon?
is metallics on my project.
Do you have a favorite icon, like a reindeer or a snowman or a tree, or is there something that you're always like, it melts your heart when you see it for holiday?
For holiday, a favorite icon. I don't honestly probably ornaments
Ooh, that's a good one.
because they just you can do so many things with them. And like for me, and I'm one of those people who like some people have theme trees. My sister
Yes.
does. Okay. She picks like a theme and it's got all the colors and the ribbons and the this and the that and all the ornaments match and it's beautiful. My tree is not like that. My tree is a family tree. So the ornaments that are on my tree all mean something.
Yeah.
Like the oldest ornaments that are on my tree were my dad's mom's.
Yeah.
And there's only 4 left.
It's a rough season for ornaments.
Yes. So,
You
and
know,
they're like the true glass ones. I have to
oh,
put them at the
yes.
top of the tree so my kids or my dogs don't get them. But yeah, I think the ornaments because they tell a little story. You know, these were this person's, or I got this one, and I love stories. I mean, have you been to my channel? I love stories.
Well, somebody had just said, I so relate to Kelly's realism. So,
Yeah.
right in that. And Therese said the same thing. Therese, they get a special one each year to commemorate something from the year.
Yeah.
So,
So my mother-in-law does that for
does
us.
she?
So her boy, my husband, y'all, when we got married, when we got married and combined all of our things and like unpacked for the first Christmas, I was like, this box is your ornaments, and this box is your ornaments, and this box is your ornaments. And he's like, yeah, my mom has bought me an ornament every year for every single year of his life. She has bought him an ornament. But now we're married. We have kids. So I get an ornament, and my son and my daughter get ornaments every year. Like we're going to have to get 6 trees to have
Everybody's
my
going to have
mother-in-law's
trees.
ornaments on our tree.
Have little trees in each room so everybody can display their
Yeah,
favorite
like that's a
ornament.
good idea. I'm just being like, set up a tree in your bedroom. All of grandma's teas, ornaments go on your tree in your bedroom. Perfect. I love it.
That's what, yeah, a lot of people are saying they do that too with their kids. It's a great way to remember the holidays.
Well, and plus she picks something that's like the year Eric got his driver's license. His ornament is a driver's license.
Oh,
Or
that's
the year he
cool.
graduated college, like things like that. So there's something that is not only special because it's a Christmas ornament, but it's special because it was something that happened that year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's really sweet.
That was my son. The first year he went hunting, they had a hunting ornament. So I got
Yeah,
him that
see?
because
Super
it was a
cute.
big deal for him. So, you got to kind of think what was the big deal this year and then find the ornament for it. And they have ornaments for everything now.
Right. Yeah.
So where does
Especially those mall kiosks.
yes, or yeah, the Hallmark store. They seem to have an
Yeah.
ornament for
Ooh.
everything.
Hallmark is dollars though, girl. How many
Oh yeah,
dollars
I
you
just
got?
browse. I'm a big browser. I like to look in the
Ah,
windows because the windows are so pretty in the holiday season. A lot of shine. So where does winter fall? Are you a winter girl or are you like the holiday cards are cool, but I'm good with no winter?
so I live in Ohio, which means we get all 4 seasons, which I totally love. However, once December comes and goes and like the holidays are over, girl, I'm over winter. I'm done with it. But unfortunately, I live in a place where winter is not done with me for like 3 more months.
Pretty much, yeah. I'm in Maine, which we have a
Oh yeah.
reputation
Ooh,
for
I'm gonna
snow.
come visit you in the fall. You have beautiful leaves.
Yes, we do. We do have the best leaves anywhere. We
Yeah,
absolutely do.
I'm gonna come see you,
It's
girl.
around Indigenous Peoples Day, best time to come see leaves, and you're always welcome, absolutely. But I see you posting snow on Instagram, and I'm like, oh, it's like 50 here. Like, and I feel so bad because we're supposed to be the snow place, and
Yeah.
no,
Well, you can't because you're way east of me. You should know that when you see me post it, you got 3 days. It's coming your way.
it's a coming. We did have. Oh, Susan said she needs a card making ornament. Oh, there you go.
Yes.
We should
That's
maybe
a great idea, Susan.
if somebody's listening that can make that occur, like
Yeah,
let's.
do
You'd
it.
have a lot of people buying that. We did have a question. How do you pick your colors that complement each other for creating projects?
Stand by.
I think I know where you're going with this. Oh, yes.
Color wheel. That's how.
And and you can get really fancy ones too that will, because
Yeah, I made this one. This is not fancy. I
I
made
have
it
a color wheel
myself.
for dummies, I call it, because I just I'm learning. But yeah, it goes and it tells you what colors to match with it. So,
Yes. So
yeah,
complementary
so
colors
it's
are just
terrific.
opposites on the color wheel. That's how you figure out which ones complement each other. And there's a bunch of other ones. There's a split complement. There's um analogous colors. There's all these fancy terms. But basically, if they're opposite of each other, they look nice, and if they're next to each other, you can get way more in depth. But that's not a Hallmark color wheel. No, Deb. Girl, I can't afford a Hallmark color wheel. No, you can afford one. Send it to me. I can't afford that. I got to make my own. I'm cheap.
I didn't know they had one. I didn't know that was
Well,
a
now I
thing.
got to Google and see if they
Is
do.
it really a thing?
I don't.
So yeah, yeah,
I
it's
do
called.
have one. I have this. This one is a nice one. The Gray Muse. She makes pins. I have this one. It's a pin.
Oh, that's neat. That's very cool.
See, these are analogous colors. These are complements.
And we love pins. We love
Yes.
pins.
That's what my color
Oh,
wheel's held up there by a
Deb
pin.
said no,
So
it's
that's
a
why I
joke.
had to shove my face in the camera so I could get it.
So we don't have to search. There is no Hallmark color wheel. Deb
Oh,
said
thank you
I'm
for
just
Googling
joking.
that.
Is there a card that you made, a holiday card you made that you really it stays with you and it's been your favorite?
A card that I made that's my favorite. I don't know. Because every year, like we were talking about before, it's like, what do you do with your cards? Because we all have 1,500 million cards.
Yes.
Um, I there's always something new, something from the year that I'm like, oh, I really love this one. But I typically give them away, or if they're special to me for some reason. Now, I always keep the cards that get sent to me.
Yeah.
But if it's a card I made that is special to me for some reason, like the first one I ever got published with, I have that one.
Yeah.
The first card that I ever made for like a specific company, like, was an accomplishment for me. But for the most part, and especially Christmas cards, they're one of the only cards I actually use because I don't mail anything out. I'm horrific. I can acknowledge that. Like, I'm terrible at it. But because I actually use my Christmas cards to like give gift cards to my brother-in-laws and stuff like that, they don't stay here. They don't stay. I don't think I have one.
I think we're also exhausted from creating the card. It's like too much to get to the post office I think, because a lot of us have that problem. So I
And
think we
I've
could
got one of
just
those
spend.
weird mailboxes. Like, I don't have a real mailbox. I have like even though I live in a house,
Yeah.
it's like Eric does mail them. That's true story. She's not lying. Eric does mail them. My wonderful husband. But we have like a metal box and everybody gets a key to their
Yeah.
box, even though we live in a development. I
Yeah.
desperately want a mailbox. And in fact, my husband said to me, he's like, do you think if we just put one up, they'd start putting mail in it? And I was like, we can try. Like, I want my own mailbox. That would make my life so much easier. Because you can't
Yes.
mail out of the little metal.
Oh, they don't have a mailbox? They don't
No,
see
because
your
there's no
mailbox?
flag to know if it's in or out.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
not
like it.
good.
I don't like it.
So you really have to go to the post office then. So
Correct. And
oh, goodness gracious.
girl, I'm sitting here doing this interview half dressed and half in pajamas. If you think I'm going to the post office, you have got another thing coming, because I'm not.
I
I'm not
love you to the post office. That's when cards go out.
That's why my
Now,
husband does it.
on the cards that go out that Eric sends out, do you have color combos that you like to stick to, or do you like to be different every year?
You mean for holiday cards or just in general?
Yeah, for holiday cards. Are you a red and green
So
traditional?
this
Or
is so funny. I know everybody is different, but to me, red and green is Christmas. and I pretty much don't use it any other time because to me, it's Christmas. So that's like the one time of the year I can partake in that complementary color combination. So I
You
usually
go
do.
wild.
Usually it's like a red and green, or I love navy and a silver. Love, love, love. I do, but I tend toward more gold actually. I don't know why, but I
I do
do.
too. Yeah. I love silver, but I always am like, ooh,
And I
gold.
love Altenew has that brushed metallic gold paper.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
forget about it.
Yeah. Plus we have the shiny, the
We're good
glitter.
friends, me and
We
that
have the
paper.
glitter too, the glitter gold. So yeah,
Yo, nice.
and we have the glitter silver and the metallic brush silver as well. So like we are definitely a one-stop shopping for holiday card material.
Nice, nice. Yeah. I have the gold. I'm gonna have to get shopping.
Yes,
Oh,
they're all there's a copper and a
Brandon,
rose.
blue is my boyfriend.
I know. I think there'd be a big a lot of things. Everybody loves blue, so I think there'd be a lot of people saying that. That's
Yeah, we
been
have to. I mean, we don't have to fight for it.
that
We
was
can share.
that was my wedding color. I'm with you on it.
It was mine too. Mine was navy and coral. What was yours?
Yes, mine was navy and ivory.
Oh, beautiful.
It was pretty. And I
Well, it
saw
was.
somebody asked if Eric could send them one of your cards.
He probably could if I would get my stuff together, but fingers crossed. Oh,
It
teal's
is
pretty.
teal take teal. Yeah,
You
I'm
can have.
loving the
Go
teals and the
ahead.
corals. I'm loving the
Oh,
teals and the
love,
corals
love, love.
too
Yeah.
for Christmas. It's adjacent. It's red and green adjacent.
Somebody sent me, who was it? Somebody sent me a Christmas card last year, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. Oh man, but it was like a aqua with like a peach color.
Yep.
And I was like, I would never have thought of that for Christmas, but it was beautiful. I think it was Callie Pearson.
Oh, that
Which,
sounds
I
yeah.
mean, she's just stop it. Everything
Yeah.
she makes is fantastic.
Like hold the phone.
I think they'd never have put that together for Christmas, but it was beautiful.
So for the retreat kit, was there something else in there? The extras, like I know they involve the instructors in picking the extras. So was there something in the extras besides the base kit that really made you happy getting it in your
The
box?
glitter paper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop it. It's
There's
just that's it.
nothing.
The glitter paper. Yeah.
You're
Because I was
windowing the
like,
glitter
how
paper.
I cannot be expected to make a holiday card without some sort of sparkle. And then ta-da, glitter paper. Thank you.
So now your boyfriend gets around. Oh, you guys are funny. Everybody loves blue. Yes, everybody wants blue. So you've taught at other retreats. What made this one different for you?
So I have taught at other retreats, and it's always so much fun. This one I think was different for me because of the products that were in the kit are not necessarily what you would put in my wheelhouse. But I mean, they're beautiful, and I was able to come up with. I think I even have like 2 extras. Like as I worked through with the products and coming up with what I wanted to teach. Plus, I got to be able to fit it in that
Yeah,
time frame. The last retreat I did, I went over.
it's okay. We love you. That's okay.
Yeah, but it actually ended up being okay because in the last retreat I had 2.
Yeah.
So I went over on my first one into my own time slot. So it was okay. But yeah, I wanted to make sure this time that I was fitting it into. So it's like having to make it and then remake it to make sure that you're, fitting it into the time slot. But I just think that, I don't know. I think that it's interesting to see people do things that are maybe outside of their wheelhouse, because then I hope that it inspires you guys to know that even if this isn't something that you've ever done before, that you can accomplish it, something that's beautiful with or proud of at the end of it.
And the thing is you may fall in love with it. It may
Right,
be something
exactly.
that you're like, I did this once before, but you try it now with this particular product, and you're like, oh my God, I could do this all day with this. I love this. I have so many
Sure,
ideas.
absolutely.
And yes, we just had our amazing gals from behind the scenes, behind the badge there. Don't forget to use that code in there, Cozy Comfort Early bird is EB, so Cozy Comfort EB code. You get $25 off. So that just means you can
Nice.
buy more glitter paper.
Y'all know how I feel about coupons. Get them coupons. Do
And
it.
because we love a deal. We love a deal. Like
Everybody loves a
we
deal.
love a deal. Oh yay! Yay! Somebody was just looking on your channel and for a video they hadn't watched and you're live. So how cool is that?
I'll have a video up later, Cindy. Come back.
And I love too that you mentioned like you kind of couldn't stop creating. You made more cards than you needed with this kit
I did,
because
yes.
it's phenomenal. Speaking of that,
Well, and the whole kit is just packed. Like you can make so many, you know what I mean? So many different things with the things that are in there outside of even just what we're going to teach you. So after we do the retreat and we teach you all these things, you will still have your own ideas to make with the things that are.
yeah. And Kim, don't worry that you missed some of the live. All of the lives are recorded and are on the Alt New YouTube channel. So feel free to go over there and watch it. And I believe it should go onto Kelly's as well. So you can watch everything over again on the Alt New channel. You can see all the instructors' lives that we've had as well. And we've talked to the other instructors have also said too, this kit is so versatile. It is a holiday kit because of the way that we've used it, but it's not a holiday kit because of what's in it. It can be any season and it
Oh yeah,
can go
absolutely.
all year round. It's a versatile kit. So speaking of that, I think Kelly has a little actually Kelly has 2 sneak peeks for us. We talked about this. One she's going to show a little rapidly. It's a sneak peek. So
I am. So this one I can show you the whole thing. So this is just an extra that I made. The little bird and the little embossing, and we did the wreath. I actually stamped the wreath, the little circle twice to make it a full wreath. So that one, and then it's got the embossing in the background because you know I love a little bit of texture.
Oh yeah.
And then the other one, we're gonna show a sneak peek.
Feel like da na 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 na. She's showing a smidgen of it. She's just showing
because I don't. There, that's it. Yes. That's all you're getting out of me.
But it did use her window that she mentioned that she loved so much, which you can do so much with a window though. Like
oh my gosh, so much with a window. Yeah.
And of course, you know, Altenew always throws in extras with die sets so that everything.
Yeah, and there is a lot of extras in that one so that you really can use it for all the seasons.
So what do? You talked about like, you know, this kind of wasn't something that you would have like in your wheelhouse. So what do you do when you get that? Do you kind of percolate on it or do you just dive right in?
So usually I will go through, and this is true, not just of the kit, but like when I do the Altenew releases or anything like that, like I will go through and I will look for something that catches my eye right away. Because usually when I see a new product, then it starts the wheels turning and like, what can I do with this? There are others that like, so I immediately gravitated toward the window die. That was a no-brainer for me. I was like, okay, let me see what I can make with this. But the bird took me some time to think about it and to play with it. So it's fun. This is so funny. And I don't know if anybody else is like this. I will usually, like when I'm laying in bed at night trying to fall asleep, I will be thinking about, okay, well, how would this look with this or this do with this or whatever. And actually, like I made a card for the retreat and I was like, okay, that's super cute. And I like that and I'm happy with it. But how could I make it more? And I was literally falling asleep and I was like, window. Yeah, I could do that. So then the next day I was like, yes, let's make this card. And then that's the card we're going to teach. My sleep card.
I'm so impressed you remembered it. Like I wouldn't remember it. I'd have the great idea. I fall asleep and then I wake up and I'm like, what was that? Like, so
that's
kudos.
Sometimes you just got to take it like a little snooze, a little nappy, and it gives you the best ideas.
I think that they say that like psychologically, like research wise, that is because you're just letting go of everything. So it's kind of, I think when you're
I'm going to tell my husband that, Bridget. The next time he's like, you don't need a nap, I'm going to be like, that's where I think it's psychological.
I'm working.
They did a study of I'll find it.
They did, yes, they have done studies that show that that's your time you're most creative, is like that I think it's REM sleep, like, right as you're falling asleep, so there you go.
Yeah, nice.
Do you have now we talked about the ornaments, but do you have any other favorite holiday traditions?
So my husband abhors it, okay? But when I was young, there were no presents under our tree until Christmas Eve. Like, my parents would wait even when I like, y'all, I was grown. I was a young woman, but they never put the presents under the tree until, like, Christmas Eve. So, no presents, then Christmas morning, you get up and, "La, presents," and I love it. So, I do the same thing for my kids. And my husband's always like, "Why are we up until 2 o'clock in the morning every Christmas Eve?" And I was like, "Because we have to finish wrapping the presents and put them under the tree." And he said, "But why do we have to wrap them all in one night?" Because I don't have anywhere to store them. But yeah, that is my one of my favorites, because then they don't see, you know what I mean? They don't see anything. It's and then all of a sudden it's like all magic on Christmas morning. And it's one of my favorite parts.
It's almost
So
like when you do embossing powder and you have the reveal. It's the build up
exactly.
and you see that reveal.
Yes.
Oh, this is a good one. So Brandon wants to know, do you have a fake tree or a real tree?
Oh, I'm a fake tree.
Fake tree, yeah.
Yep,
Less
I'm a fake
needles.
tree. We
I
did real 1 year, and then my mother, like, just was so she was like, "These pine needles everywhere." So that was
and
the
they
end of the
hurt
real
after a
tree.
while, like they're weapons. They hurt. Because my mother has a tree and she doesn't take it down till like sometimes Valentine's Day because she likes looking at the lights. And
Dude,
at that point, it's a weapon. A pine tree can be a weapon.
oh,
It
I believe
hurts.
that.
It
Um,
hurts.
when Eric was in college, he lived with some roommates in a house, and they just had the holiday tree. They never took it down. They just decorated it for each holiday so they didn't have to take it down and store it.
We have one at my job where I work as a social worker. We have one in the peer room, and every season they change it, but it rotates. So
Nice.
sometimes there are flowers and just
Yeah.
different
A
things.
little
So
Valentine tree, 4th of
yeah,
July, God
little
bless the USA. You just
little
you just leave it
pumpkins.
up.
Yeah. So yes, I agree. Pine needles are equal to stepping on Legos, and it always happens when the kids are sleeping. So, and yes, they're it's like dropping glitter on your floor because
Oh,
you
it's
never
terrible.
find all the pine needles.
No.
You'll find them if you ever move. You'll still find
Well,
some
and
pine
my like,
needles.
and Molly, both my dogs are smart. I don't mean to trash talk Emma, but she is like that dog who will eat anything. So, like, I wouldn't
Oh,
even risk it with her.
yeah.
She will eat anything.
So for the retreat, so we have folks coming that are newer that have
Okay.
found this and they're like, "Oh my god, I love Kelly. I have to go to this. I've never been to
Oh.
one." Then we have folks that are like, "I've been to every single one and I feel pretty confident. I'm an advanced kind of crafter." What do you say to those? Cuz that's a big span from beginners to advanced. So
Sure.
what do you say? What advice do you have for a beginner and an advanced crafter if they're thinking about this retreat?
So, my advice would be, and this is across the board, and when I taught at a one telecommunications, and this is my advice in work, in hobbies, and everything: be teachable. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't even me. Okay, I've been doing this. This is how I pay my bills now, the whole thing. But
Yeah.
when I am in a like a craft retreat, or I take a class or something like that, I still am like, this person knows something or has something that I don't have, and I want to know what it is. So I want to listen to what what they're saying. I want to ask questions, like that old catchphrase of "there are no stupid questions."
Yep.
There are no stupid questions.
Nope.
If you have a question while it's going on, ask me,
Yep.
because you're not that's the point of a live retreats,
Yep.
is for all of us to get together and for us to be able to help you. And I want you to be successful, whether you have been doing this for 1 day or 1 year or 10 years. Like, I want you to feel successful at the end of it. But if I don't know what your problem is, then I can't assist you. So don't be afraid to ask questions and be teachable. That's it.
And that's, I mean, that's the thing. So because we have Linda, congratulations. It's her first retreat. So I'm so excited.
Yay!
Congratulations. So it's, you guys are muted, but you have a moderator. I'm one and Amy Hill is one. So we basically, you put it in the chat. It's like today, you put it in the chat. We ask Kelly or we ask Jen or we ask Christina. We go through, we ask the instructor any questions you have, compliments you want to give on their project. We give them those as well. So speaking of that, what's your favorite part of the retreat, Kelly?
Teaching. I love the interaction. Like the first time I ever went out for a company and like worked a table at like how we did it, like Creativation.
Yep.
I was at Picket Fence and you were obviously at Altenew.
Yep.
And so we got to see each other and, you know, you get to interact with people. I genuinely enjoy the teaching, the meeting people, hearing your stories, the relationship that it builds, and how I am to have so many like she was girl, you have my phone number, like but I really enjoy that because I enjoy be successful. And you can see when they get proud of all of the things that is all to come out of more confidence that you have gained.
That was my favorite. I started in teaching in college and I substitute taught for a long time. Oh, we lost Kelly. Oh, there she is. We lost Kelly there for a second. And that was my favorite bit. Oh, that was my favorite bit was when you could see when they got it. Like it just made sense. They got what you were talking about. That's the best feeling in the world. And the fun part too is that you guys, there's going to be a Facebook group as well for the retreat that doesn't end. Kelly just went out and came back in. It kicked her out. Her internet kicked her out, but she's back. So that's the great thing is in the Facebook group, if you have a project you're working on from Kelly's class, you're like, Kelly, this just isn't working for me. What am I doing? You can send pictures in Facebook and she can give you feedback. And again, you can ask questions. Kelly, do you like camels? You know, you can, so it's great. You have that interaction and you can get to know the instructors and have fun with them. I do not own Altenew. No. I work part-time split. So
it's owned by Jennifer and Tasneem and they're lovely women.
Yes. So Tasneem and Jen are the co-founders of Altenew. And next year is our 10th anniversary. How exciting is that? That's so exciting. I can't wait for the whole year next year. That will be so amazing. Whoever's behind the badge, Angel or Han, I didn't catch who was behind today. I'm thinking that it's Angel because it's Thursday, but I'm not sure. Angel, could you pop in the link so they could get to that retreat again? It is so cool when you see the lights come on with a student. It is so cool. Angel, yes, I got it right. My dear Angel with your wings, could you post the link in there again? And then so follow that link and you'll find out about the retreat. And don't forget to use that early bird discount because we want you to save some money and have some fun because this is one of the most unique experiences you'll have. I've been in every single one Altenew's done, and each time, because you have different people with you and different people teaching, it seems like a different experience every time. It's similar, but it's just amazing because it's such a sense of community and fun and just, you know, it's just fun. It goes too fast. We can't wait for it to get here, but then when it's here, it goes way too fast. So, but yeah, so Kelly, thank you so much for joining us today and the sneak peeks. Oh, Kelly, you froze there for a second. Kelly's internet has decided it is done. It does not want to play anymore.
Oh, no.
But Oh, yep. And everybody can say hi to Angel and well, bye to Angel now because we're ending now. But thank you so much. And don't forget to go check out on the website about the October Cozy Comfort Retreat. We have an amazing lineup of instructors as always. Oh, Kelly's internet kicked out. So thank you so much. And thank you to Kelly when you see this for joining us today. It's always such a pleasure to have her with us and so excited. Oh, there's Kelly. Maybe we can sneak her in. It is on the Altenew website, the retreat. If you go to Altenew, it's right across the top. There's a banner going, and you'll see a lot of beautiful faces there that are teaching at the retreat. So check that out. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to customer support@Altenew if you have any other questions. We do have one live left, and that's the amazing Christina Warner, and that is next Tuesday. So make sure to check that out. You can set a reminder. It's on the Altenew channel. So we'll have that final interview for this amazing event. And so now I can say, because I said to when you were gone, I'm like, Kelly can see this later. But thank you so much, Kelly, for taking the time to join us and crafty talk and all of that excitement and share some of your wonderful holiday traditions and fun and insight. And Angel, could you pop the discount in one more time? Possibly. I think it's Cozy Comfort EB, if I remember correctly.
I do
Let's see.
think that.
Let's see. Let's see how my memory is. Yes, my memory's working today. Yay!
Well, thank you for having me.
Some days it doesn't. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us. And we can't wait to see you at the retreat. Just that little sneak peek was very enticing. So very, very excited to see you there. And it will be here before we know it. I know it's August and I know it's, oh, another sneak peek. And I know it seems forever, but it will be very soon. And Kelly will be teaching us her amazing projects. So head on over to Altenew for all things about the Cozy Comfort retreat and all things shiny as well. All the shiny papers we talked about today are there as well. So check those out. And from all of us at Altenew, we just want to thank you so much for joining us and allowing us to help you craft your life. We'll see you all very, very soon. Bye, everyone.